happy Sunday, y'all. We are going to be doing all sorts of things. Got things to show you, things that P's gonna do. I don't know what she's doing, but she's got ideas about things.
I do.
I'm gonna go zoom in on you and move that a little bit. There we go.
It's just gonna be absolutely
mind-blowing,
mind-boggling.
So, if you don't know who we are, this is P over here.
M over there.
Patricia.
Mariah.
Izzy's sitting in quietly today, and together we are
PMI Studio.
She's a little sicky. Okay, you go sit. So, do say hello in the chat so we can say hello back. Otherwise, we do not know that you are here. We want to know that you're here. But if you want to hang out in the background, that's totally fine.
Oh, there's 45. There's only 26 thumbs.
Thumbsy upsies, y'all.
Somebody's missing a thumb.
If you're popping in, just hang out for a minute. It gets a little more interesting. Get a little chatty here at the beginning, but you know, the art will start. I do promise that.
Oh, we'll talk about the hats in a minute.
Oh, yes. Is Rhonda here? Yes, she is. Wonderful. God, I love it. I love it. I love it. It's like my old sad hat got new life.
Yeah,
it's perky.
It has planned sticky outy things rather than incidental.
Sticky.
Accidental.
That's funny.
Worn out pieces.
All right, so let me say hello to everybody here. And then we'll do a little bit of announcements because, again, we are at the very beginning of the month. And I like y'all to know what is going on. And if you're new, where to go to find out about all those things. So we've got Angela, Art Curious. That's Miriam. Barbara, Bartender's daughter. Becky is here. Betty, Bruja, Christy, Colleen, Darcy, Dana, Estella, Griffin Shell. That's Rhonda. Jeanette, a.k.a. Janette. Kathy, Katura, Legia, Linda, Lydia, Marguerite, Marcia, Marta, Maya, Nadine, Noah's Mama J, Panka, Patricia, Ricky Nordmeyer, Robin, SAG, that's Sarah, Silver Granny, that's Lynn, Trish Coogan, and that means Evie is here as well. She just hasn't, you know, made herself noticed in the chat, but that's okay. We love them both very much.
That'll warm up my shoulder. It's kind of...
Yeah? How you been doing?
I don't know. I slept on it wrong.
Maybe that's what's making you so grumpy. She's a little grumpy here lately. She needs Mariah time. I messed with her nuts. Sorry. I still just, that makes me laugh.
She mixed
I mixed her
my nuts that I wanted separate.
Yeah.
I don't care much for mixed nuts. It's like you can't make it. And I don't like cashews. I think they're squishy nuts. And I'm not even sure they're really nuts. They're some kind of part of a flower.
Well, and they're supposedly kind of poisonous.
Well,
right? I don't know.
Izzy used to call them rainbow nuts.
So there you go. Don't mess with other people's nuts. There's the takeaway right away.
It is. Makes them angry.
Ask about their nuts before you start mixing them.
Yeah, really.
She's like, it's not funny. I'm like, it is. Just
well, I have a slight sense of humor about it now.
Yeah.
Because Brad went out and replaced
he did.
my nuts, which was really sweet of him. Because I only like one kind of nut.
She's particular.
And I'm particular about even within the genre.
Oh yeah,
I like peanuts, but I only like these one kind of peanuts because they're
from Kirkland. They're big and they're
big
crunchy.
And they're crunchy. And they don't have goopy stuff on them. And they have just the right amount of salt.
All right, that's
probably... And all those things are... See, cashews are related to mangoes. I did not know that. I like mangoes.
There we go. All right, so some things to kind of start out with. Should I go topside? Yes. No, let me do announcement stuff real quick. She's violating. You sit. You sit.
I want to show them my drawings.
Okay, you can show. Hey, but you have to go to Gigi's side to show drawings. Do. What am I doing? Oh, yes, announcements. Here we go. All right, so the swap. You need to get your stuff, probably, or you need to sign up for the swap. What, you have 2 more days, I think?
Make it
it's usually by the 7th. And then we have, and the swap is a perspective, like a postcard size. Maker's Collage Challenge, headed up by Eddie. That has been posted. So do go check out. If you want to see all that stuff, you need to go to the featured area. It seems to be back in its normal
Yeah, slide
place.
across this,
you know,
like
at the
this
top.
rather than, you know.
That's it. Makers of Mixed Media Art and Artists Facebook group. If you don't know, now you know. Makers Creative Collab. Lisa Mingus posted that today. Or yesterday. I think yesterday. And then that is, I think, and then of course we have the color challenge. That's been out for quite a while. If you haven't seen Carrie's video, you need to. We're going to do a little reading, or P's going to do reading of both the teal and purple from the Lives of Color book. And that's all I got for you. There you go. There's the announcements. Now you know things. If you want to know more about it all, go to Makers, because that's all in Makers.
Okay, I'm just gonna do a lot of things here, and
I'm going top side.
Get to the end, then I can do the reading.
Oh, at the end of the stream?
Yes,
Okay.
because I want to just, I've got ideas, and I need to.
I'm cool
And
with
I think
that.
it's nice if we kind of end with something like that.
Okay.
All right, I'm going to go through all the mail first.
Yes, and so what had happened is this got stacked downstairs in my office, and then some of it came upstairs, and then I was like, oh my god, we still
And
haven't
some of it
really
got
shown
covered
this.
up.
Yes. So,
And mine just arrived yesterday, the one that I'm going to show you. So it's not that far behind.
no.
And I don't know if she joins us.
Awesome.
Boy,
Thank you, Darcy.
my thing is really blurry. Yours?
If that is the case, sometimes what you need to do is, oh yeah, I don't know why it's, oh, you need to change your quality over to like at least 720, if not, but you don't need to be pulling 1080. You know how to go with the little gear thing and change what it's displaying as. Sometimes it resets back to the, 144. I know I'm speaking a whole, like a language that you're like, I don't understand. So if you go to the little gear, like
at the bottom of the down here on my bottom.
if you mouse
part,
over the screen area there, and then the gear shows.
oh, it says. Oh, I don't. No, I don't want to do that now. Not yet.
Make one for.
Go take it to Gigi, and she'll show it because she's got the top camera. Do you need me to come help you?
All right. Well, finally, I got this. I have some other stupid screen on there. Yeah, talking about the iCloud. I just explained to Izzy the only kind of clouds I like are thunderstorms.
See, you understood what I was trying to say, Darcy, because she doesn't need.
Okay, so I'm looking over here on the side. What am I looking for?
You're looking for a little gear. Like whenever you mouse over the main part of the, video, the screen, and then you have the navigation that comes up, and there's a little gear. And if you click on it, and it's quality, you want the quality to be
Displays.
Oh, good golly. Hold on. I'll be right back. Coming over.
I don't know what gear you're talking about here.
Yeah, I don't know why you're there.
Well, that was the gear. I asked you if the ones on
Gear.
the bottom. Oh.
Gear.
Well, you didn't say on the video.
I did. Here. So you don't need to be 1080. You don't need to be pulling that kind of right now. But there you go. See, that fixes it all.
Well, why would it have gone back to the fuzzy stuff?
I don't know why it reverts back. Because I think it tries to save bandwidth. Did y'all get all that?
Okay, let's talk about Izzy's drawings here. Izzy? Come here, baby.
Here, she's got a new
Oh
one.
my goodness.
She's learning Tim Burton style.
These are I love the energy in the trees.
Mm-hmm.
Your clouds need to be a little sadder. They need to weep.
They're much too happy.
Yeah, they're way too unicorny. So you need to have them weeping. You know what weeping means?
Raining.
Tears.
Raining. Clouds rain.
Clouds are crying.
Mm-hmm. Maybe
And I think here on your trees, okay, if you want to keep with the whole idea of it's kind of scary and a little bit, mean, then you need to have...
Just focus on the girl.
You want me just to focus on the girl? I like the girl a lot. I do like her a lot. She's wonderful. But if your trees have sharp, pointy branches,
They're more scary.
They're more scary.
Okay.
Okay? All right, here. Take that back. Work on those.
Look on this.
Put some thorns on the tree. That's a good thing.
Maybe lightning bolts out of the clouds.
And weeping. Okay. Well, Izzy was allowed, and I meant to show you these last time, but I think they were downstairs, perhaps. But this is she was using the metallic paints, which she was instructed on how to do them. She did a couple of really cool ones here. Very proud of this one because she messed up here, but she made it work. She came back in. And I think she could actually do some more line details on that one. We talked about it. I think this one's interesting. Look at that.
She even got her name in that one.
Oh, yeah. She's got her name in that one. But now I think this is the pièce de résistance. And you can see.
I love that.
Can you see in that tree there? Look at those branches. And that's some awesome stuff. Look at those. See, this is the kind of clouds Tim Burton would have. Those kind of mean-looking clouds.
Fit it.
Well, what did you do?
She put in another tree.
But it's still a happy tree. It's got circular branches. I want to see thorns.
Pokey. Make things pokey.
Make things pokey. Here. Hey, I'm not holding this.
And go to the
take all of those to your table, and we'll talk about them all later.
Yeah, go to the restroom.
But you didn't
You
even
need to
talk
go
about the strawberry.
The strawberry? Yeah, I did.
We'll let people know it's a strawberry.
That's
It's
a strawberry. Hey, you forgot the seeds. You kept nagging me about my seeds when I did an example for you. Where are the seeds? Where are the seeds? Where are the little black knots?
All right, Isabella, you better sit down, or otherwise you're going to be losing your upstairs privileges.
All right, stencils, we're putting those aside for a minute. I want you to look at this card. Isn't this wonderful?
Thank you, Pancakes. We finally found the rest of them. Izzy already took her bookmark and has been using it, so it's like in her little study book.
Yeah.
But these are ours.
Look at these. Isn't this the coolest little thing? Well, she always has the greatest presentations. Yes. I mean, look at this. Isn't this just fun? I mean,
hello, Marvel.
Of course, I love this.
Hey, Christy.
Oh, here we've got some.
Hey, Yonka.
Hey, Mariah, I found some sticky notes.
That baby.
The back of, okay, and so, what you have to do is you have to look at, well, each one. Look at that illuminated letter there.
Hold it up into the technology more so they can really, I mean, isn't that beautiful? That's very Tim.
That's certainly
It's kind of Tim Burton-y.
Swirls and curls.
Hey, Ann.
And this is really nice, this S curve.
Hey, Susie.
That's always a good compositional device, if you can make an S curve happen.
Yeah.
The next best thing is triangle.
That one's Brad's.
Isn't that pretty?
Pink is a master layer. That one's the most beautiful one.
It is. I really like it. I love the little overlapping.
I love a good M.
You know, peas in a pod.
Yes. And I think if I ever, So my thought about the Halloween book is, I'm going to hold it for next year. Because I'm just like, all right, I don't know that people are going to be down with Halloween stuff during Christmas. And I don't know that I'm really ready for that anyway.
I think I'm kind of exhausted on it. Okay,
yeah, so I'm going to put it in a box and then we'll bust it out next year about August.
Yeah, we'll start early. We won't have to worry about the
showing up and waiting for things.
SOB sending it on time.
Isn't that a beautiful card?
Isn't it gorgeous? Of course, I love Geopoly. It's such a good one. I even like I love the greens. It's wonderful. And then my portrait partner, which we're both kind of.
Thank you, Colleen.
I had it all ready here to send, and then I can't remember what else happened, but it got put aside. So if you're watching Joan, isn't this gorgeous? I'm not sure how she did it, and I'd like to talk to her about it. I suspect
So
part
who
of
was
it.
your person?
Joan Walsh.
Oh.
She's a new person. She's
Okay.
totally new, and she really didn't understand all the concepts of
The swap.
But I just think it's wonderful. I very much love it.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
It's very cool, and I'm telling you what, it got caught in the machine. That's not me opening it.
All right,
That's how it arrived.
showing people's addresses.
And, oh, yeah, sorry. Okay, thank you very much, Joan. And I promise you, as soon as I find my portraits, they'll be in the mail.
Okay, along with my very awesome hat from Rhonda, she sent me other things. This is gonna look. This is for my Celestial journal, so that'll be
Oh.
coming up again on Monday. Look, extra yarn, I
Ooh.
guess, in case you need to fix my hat. Look, extra.
Oh, my goodness, it's like buttons.
Mm-hmm. And some kitty tags. Or maybe this is the brand, but I really like it. I'm going to put it with the Halloween stuff. This has got a little kitty on it. A little mad looking kitty. And then, look at this tissue that I'm assuming she stamped.
Oh. Oh.
And then look at this that has to go with the Halloween stuff. Oh my gosh. And then Rhonda, I don't know if those of you that are here, most of y'all know, I think, that she has a channel. And she posted, oh, you need to go over and see Rhonda's latest video.
I'm not taking this apart.
No.
I could never get it back in there.
No, don't do that.
But I love this. This is a peachy pink is my, I like peachy pink.
I like peach. I like pink.
Oh, and you even have some extra here that you could put on the gel plate and do some cool things with. What is that?
Oh, I was just reading. She underestimated this project. No worries. I think probably knitting something like this or crocheting. Is this knitting or crocheting?
I think that's crocheting.
I think it's probably a lot like a bathroom reno. You think you know what you're getting into, but then it takes a few weeks longer.
And once
Or
you
months.
commit, well, and then my hat. This is a hat that Miriam. Is Miriam here today?
Yeah, she is.
Okay. Miriam made for me. And it's with that technique where you make little pieces and then you put the pieces all together. And that's the, you can see.
All right, so I'm putting this needs to go with my, okay, Celestial stuff.
Oh, why did you come? Oh, you didn't. You haven't put your girl in yet. Those are wonderful pointy trees. Oh, look at this. And weeping clouds. I love it. Good job, Isabella. Now you have to wait for Smith. Show him your happy little face, Cynthia. Show him your happy little face. Tickle, tickle. Okay. Do you need more paper?
No.
Okay. You might put some bats in there also. Tim Burton loves bats.
Oh yeah, bats and cats and
And
Scary thing.
skeletal dogs.
I am out of paper.
she is out of paper.
Okay, come over here. You're using your paper very wisely and putting in lots of details. That's what makes drawings interesting.
All right, moving on to
Elaboration.
the next thing. This here is the newest, latest awesomeness from Carrie Griffiths. This is just one size because it's meant to either, you know, you kind of use it on a plate, or I think it's mainly like really for pointing and
Pointing, dabbing, and you can if you want to do a stencil butter or something, all you have to do is just cover up the area that's closest with tape so that you don't get it
down in there.
down in there. Now, if you're going onto an already painted surface, you can wipe it up very quickly afterwards with and it'll come off. But it needs to be a painted surface. Okay. Very cool. Wonderful to use on your either your ATCs or greeting cards. Yeah. Love the leaf design. Okay.
Yes. And it fits with a lot of Carrie's other stuff too. So it's such a nice like addition to like if you had the what is it, the 4 what do we call those? Lazy layers. Sorry, my brain was kind of going layers.
Yeah, the other one that is sort of like this.
And then even it goes really well with those tribal wallpapers from last month. I can't wait to see what Carrie starts doing, like kind of building up. I'm challenging you a little bit there, Carrie. I think you need to do like one hardcore video about like your stencils and just bringing out the layers with all like the wallpaper to the, you know, all the way into the stamps. I think that would be a really cool thing. Not that you have enough to do.
Yeah. Okay, I don't know about any of these stencils, so
Okay.
I just wait for Mariah to talk
Wonderful.
about
So as Darcy mentioned, all of the newest stencils are in the shop, and they will be the first that come up when you go over there. This one is by Darcy Sanders. It is called, what is it called? Something, knit, mix, knit. That's my poor little brain.
it. Oh, I love it because that's what it looks like.
Yeah, cozy cross knit. Say
Cozy
that five.
cross knit. I like it.
Yes.
I like it a lot.
Cozy cross knit. And it comes in the regular 5x7, 8x10, 9x12.
Okay, so what?
Oh, because I cut 2. I had 2 up. And I just had them in the stack there.
Okay. Well, then I'll just hand one of those back to you.
Yes, one's an extra for sure. I think that this is kind of a fun one because I think that you could use it in a lot of different ways. Like if you wanted just the X's, you could like block the other stuff off and just keep kind of going with those. This would be, I think, one that even if you wanted to cut it up would be a cool one to do some things with. And then the size does vary based on the size of the stencil. I
Yeah.
don't always do that. Like sometimes we keep it pretty
The
much
same.
the same. Or if it's kind of fun to play with the variation of size within the size of stencils.
Alrighty.
Lynn says, I call that design needles and cables.
Cables. Yes, because of the interlocking.
Hello, London Anthony.
This is fun.
Oh,
This is very deco.
Yeah, so this one is Crazy Chevrons. What is it? Oh, goodness. I was trying to remember all of these yesterday. Chasing Chevrons.
Chasing chevrons.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah.
And again, I did the size thing with all of hers because I thought it was pretty nifty to have the variation in size.
Well, will just tell you right now. I do like that, and I think that these two are going to work well overlying each other.
Yes.
And even if this were made big, you would add that third. Look at that.
Oh, so what she's saying is, she would like want
I
one
want
big
it.
one in that smaller.
Smaller font.
I'm gonna smack it from over here.
Because, well, I mean, just look. Mm-hmm. I mean, if you went with started with this one and went to this one and then went to this one, look what it would do. Mm-hmm. Of course, now you could do this on a smaller plate.
And then there you go.
And then there you go. You got them all.
Right on.
I like that. I like stencils that do that.
Oh, Becky says it reminds her of Keith Haring art. It does kind of have those like
Yeah,
movement
because
lines.
He did
Uh-huh.
the little motion lines for his figures.
Lynn's renaming them. I like that.
Meandering.
This
Chevys.
one is Bubbles and Bobbles, or Bobbles and Bubbles. Bobbles and Bubbles.
All right.
And it goes really nicely. Like, if you wanted to combo these up, if you bought the Snaky Swirls or
Oh, yeah.
marble ones, yeah, they all have little nods and would work really well with one another. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Hi,
You
Sandra.
can see how that would work.
Hey, Julie. I don't know if I said hello to you already.
All right, now,
And hey, Joni.
I really don't like it when I get this many new ones all at once. 'Cause
I know.
I'm
But it's just,
overwhelmed and
I tell you, between Halloween, the massive amounts of birthday parties and other little things that we had to go to, like, October was a packed month of not things that I necessarily, you know, definitely were impeding on our usual production time. Let's just put it that way.
Okay, when Brad showed me this, I immediately thought of manhole covers.
Okay, so these are new, the, you know, kind of PM Artist Studio exclusives for this month. They will go to Gen Pop January 1st, but you must be a part of the Arty Perks, either Loverly or Mucky Muck, in order to purchase these particular stencils right now. And there are quite a few of them, because Brad just kind of like, ooh, but what about this? But what about this?
Okay, now you can line these up, sort of, kind of. But what's really fun is you flip them,
Mm-hmm.
and you really get some interesting.
And he purposefully, each one,
Yeah, 'cause there's another whole layer here.
Yeah.
I've got another one underneath this one. Okay, so keep that in mind.
there are 5. Because there's, okay, so that's the Mosaic Circles number 2, I believe.
Okay,
Or 4.
I can't put these away because they all kind of go
Yeah,
together.
that's the 4. That's number 4. Mosaic Circle Style 4. Doesn't that look cool? I can't
Isn't
wait
it?
till you start layering these up.
I love this where it intersects the big hole in the middle.
And he said, so what he had done is kind of moved them around from size to size, so that way if you were to get the different sizes, and if you want to get the different styles, they are not gonna, like, you could overlap as well, like, and they're not gonna be all matchy-matchy. Some of y'all may hate that.
Yeah. It doesn't matter how you put it.
Or even so, if you took the 9x12s of all 4 different ones, they're all gonna layer differently. They wouldn't stack right on top of each other. See?
All right, I'm just gonna do that because I want, and I know I'm gonna get them all mixed.
So there's Mosaic Circles styles 1 through 4. Each one's different. And then there's the set of the 3. Now these are not exactly like how we do the mandalas, because he wanted, like, they are the same size, but then they're kind of in these stylings.
I'm not negating these. I'm just showing you
Yeah.
this because I want you to see how this was presented. Okay, this would be your starter. Then you would go probably to this one, since it's got the blocks, the little blocky outies, and then this would be your very last one.
There should be 4.
But I haven't got to those yet.
Okay. No, but there's a 4th of even those styles. Aren't there?
I have 3.
There you go.
Oh, okay, here's 4. But here's the separate. And I really appreciate this because Brad knows that I like to have these because I want to be able to move things about and put things. And it might be that when you get finished, if you really wanted to just emphasize one of your circles, and all this is low contrast, and then all of a sudden you put this in on high contrast, yeah, that could be really, really effective.
Aw, thanks, Anthony. In his recent deep dive into the PM archive, I watched the Frog Prince video and adored all created over there.
What is it?
The frogs. Remember when we got all froggy?
Oh, yeah.
There were a lot of frogs.
There were a lot of frogs. I found one the other day. One of my neon frogs.
I think some of them we sent out. Some went out in packets, but yeah, there were a lot of frogs.
Okay, now I'm going to, since I think that's our last one, yeah. All right, let's just take this apart for a minute. See the difference between.
Oh, yeah. He used a frog in his trunk tray.
Sometimes I wished I had a huge black, and I've got paper that I could take all the way across here. Okay, so you would start with this one, with the most things blocked out. And then you would go to this one. Now, I'm not sure. I want to look at these two. Oh, yeah.
I think any which way, if you have one or two of them,
Isn't that trippy?
if you have just one of them, you can flop it
You can, yeah, do this or this.
and get similar results.
But here's what's interesting.
Oh, Eddie will be on the live stream with Fran on Wednesday because Violet's traveling.
Oh, well, that will be fun. Where's Violet going?
Just on a little vacation thing. I'm pretty sure she said, but I don't remember. And she did say it was like it got extended even one day further, so.
What's Eddie's,
Oh, and Paula is Friday. Well, who's on Monday? Or is she doing Monday? Eddie's making another British lady happy. Better be careful, Eddie. We're going to start getting jealous.
yeah, they are.
I don't know, though. This is a very giving group. Fits with
Very
the nerd,
sharing,
you know? Yeah.
nurturing,
Yeah.
sharing, caring. Okay, we're going to use these today. Because I'm going to explain to you how I do cards. What?
UK Anthony says, Queen Camilla, Eddie? He didn't specify which, you know.
Yeah,
About spit my coffee out on that one.
she did. Worried about that.
Uh-huh.
Okay. All right, so how I approach my cards. I call it batching. B-A-T-C-H.
Is there a different kind of batching?
Well, there's a B-A-C-H. Like, you know, you would be living alone. Batching. Bachelor.
Oh.
Okay, this is
Well, that's
this is
trendy.
batching. B-A-T-C-H-I-N-G.
Very glad that you clarified.
Because it makes it a lot more efficient, and when you have limited space, as I do, when I get ready to do my cards, what I will do is I'll take them down on the kitchen table. I'll have my pieces of colored paper, so that and my chopper,
Yep.
and all of the stuff lined out that's ready to go, so I can make cards.
And you've gotten better at it to where you now, like the other day, you knew that you wanted to use a particular envelope, so you already had that in mind. That is helpful. Because if you just create and then all of a sudden you're trying to find envelopes that fit things, then you're having to fold like custom envelopes. And
Yeah, and that's and I don't really, I mean, although I do, I think it's very cool, and I've received some really cool envelopes from people.
She doesn't have the attention span
I
to do
don't
more than about two.
Oh, yeah. Okay, once I got it down, I'm out of here. I know how to do that. I don't want to do any more of that. I want to do something I don't know how to do. Cheers, I'm just drinking coffee today. And it has not been, what you call it? There's no alcohol in it.
No. I'm glad you're not drinking it, you know.
But what you call the term where, spiking. I haven't spiked my coffee.
Yeah. Good.
Words.
Words.
Words. Okay, so here's my plan today. Is to create some more. Oh, here you go, Mariah. You can have those back. I will separate the others also. So I've got these two that were on the plate from last time, remember? And I think that these are going to be quite nice. The contrast is low enough that I can put something on top of it, and it's going to be just fine. This one, I think it needs a bit more knocking back. And what I may try to do, okay, we're going to put this over here because I want to keep that just like it is. This is where this comes in.
Ooh.
And the thing about it is, you want to consider, well, what are you going to be using it for, and what is going to be your scale? Well, these are very, very similar. They're just, the circles are at different spots on it, which makes it wonderful for doing this, because then you don't have to figure that out. So I know ahead of time, if I don't like this layer, I've got this to put down on it. Now, why would I want to do that and not use, say, one of these that has more of it blocked out? Well, remember, we're making the background go away. We don't want to emphasize the background. So we're going to go with the more linear, not shapes. If that makes sense. Hopefully that makes sense. And I didn't clean up my plates. Just really bad.
I don't know why you keep announcing that at this point in time. I think we just, I think whenever you do it, then you can be like, hey guys,
Plates are clean.
plates are clean. Let's all just...
My plates are not clean, and my surface here is not clean. The reason is because I had it all covered up with a whole bunch of stuff.
Sugar biscuits.
That I was trying to find the, trying to find a thing for Paula.
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 Yeah, she calls her Paula.
It's because she's Powsie Wowsie. Powsie Wowsie Paula. Okay, here we go. Well, we've got a little...
and I got something for you, Paula, so just remind me and I'll get it off to you.
Yeah, and actually, it's really a good thing if you leave it a little bit longer, because I'll get some more stuff on it. I don't know if you're working under a time constraint or what. We need to know those things. All right, so we want to knock this back a bit, and then we'll do something with this too, because this is, this is a blank slate practically. Get my thing over here. Did we lose our little child? Oh, she's still down there. My goodness, she's being quiet as a church mouse.
Yeah, don't...
Yeah, I know. Jinx it.
Yeah.
All right, so what color do we want to use here to get this? Remember, we used the green. And I'm kind of thinking, let's continue with the kind of, I don't know, maybe we should just go the opposite, and maybe we should use some red. But then you have to think, but red and gold are beautiful together for
Well, yeah, I just seem
Christmassy.
like you kind of already got a lot of that on there, but yeah, maybe.
I think it's going to be good.
Okay.
If it's not, we'll do something else.
Oh, there you go.
This is getting to be quite a substantial piece of paper here.
I could hear it.
Did you hear it?
When you
Here it's weight.
wait. It's substantial.
Yeah, substantial. Remember, always shake these up because they separate. And when you get, like clear stuff coming out there, you'll know that you need to close the top up and
Give her a shake.
give her a bit more of a shaky shake. Oh yeah, I think this is going to be.
Is that?
It's a lot more transparent than
Yeah.
it looks on this. I should re-swatch that. I have a feeling what happened was that I didn't have it.
Well, remember I swatched those for you, so I don't know that I was as professional as you usually are about the swatching.
Well, that's certainly true.
That's funny, Anthony. Hey, Lee.
Well, this is getting about ready for retirement too. This is where I make those ones that you saw with the cool edges and all the when they get to this stage, I just start doing some cool. Well, first
hey,
of all,
Yvette.
I've got to get down this might be an opportunity to do that. All right, let's see if we've... Oh, yes, look at that.
Well done. So, Melty Morocco and the new mosaics. Good friends.
Let's see what else we have here. Let's just go ahead. Oh my gosh. Should have had another paper to put that on too. But you know, sometimes you just can't get her all done.
That's true.
It just doesn't work out that way. You got to give up something to get something.
I know, that's right. Daily.
I have to do my other arm because my shoulder on this side is really
You need to sleep
painful.
on
I
a...
need to go to the chiropractor. Part of it stems from my neck.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, look at that.
Well done.
All
I
right.
like how that kind of...
Oh, I do too. I think I like the little dip,
Where
dip, dip.
where it hits those darker red spots. Just hit nicely.
It does, and then we're going to neutralize the whole thing out.
Mm-hmm.
Well, not totally, but
Yeah.
somewhat. And I don't know. Oh gosh, got my brand new shirt on here.
Yeah. Is that the witchcraft one?
Yeah,
I think so, yeah.
it is.
Nobody's asked me about mine, and I've worn it out in public a couple times. I do see people kind of looking at it.
Well, I would say 95% of your
Don't
population
understand even, like, if
probably don't even know what a frickin' color wheel is anyway.
Yeah.
So, you know, there is that.
Maybe we should start a shirt that says, ask me about my color wheel.
Okay, just gave it a little extra swatch down the middle since we really didn't have, you know, like, definite plans for that. If our darn school system, you know, the general idea of art, there are specific, they're called, what are they called? Essential elements aren't prescribed. Are they teaching those? I don't think so.
We have not seen anything come
Results
home
from-
or any information that has been given to us that makes us think that there's a whole heck of a lot of that going on, art-wise.
Okay, I think it's getting to be interesting, but we're going to give that a little rest, and we're going to bring in one of the other stencils here that has a little bit more of the blocking out business going on there.
Oh, that's good, Lynn. Lynn says
What?
artists do it on a color wheel.
Yeah,
I need to write that down.
you do.
I'll forget it, and then I'll be like, oh, dang it, now I have to go through the stream.
Well, that was a messed up my... I love these purples. I just love these purples.
Hey, Mo. Oh, thanks. Yes, if you want your shirts, that is the link to go buy your PM Artist Studio style swag. And artists do it on a color wheel. Might be one of the new ones.
Artists do it with a color wheel. Or on a color wheel.
Do it on a color wheel. That's funnier. Maybe with.
No.
Maybe it should say a little both. Artists do it with, on. And around. Get
There
it
you go.
around. Oh, Lee, that's color my wheel. Ooh.
It's cool, doesn't it?
Ooh. Uh-oh. What's going on there?
What?
Well, kind of getting low streaming. I don't,
Really?
Yeah. Need to see if Brad's doing something or if he knows about something.
I did go through a lot of my papers that I had over in this box that were marked, you know, future flower, book part, journal, blah, 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 whatever.
Yeah, Buffy's in the house. Mm-hmm. No, now it's something we're dealing with here.
It is?
Mm-hmm.
Should I stop? I'll work on my other thing over here that,
Yeah, let me go holler at Brad.
Mine looks fine.
Hey, can you? No. Can you go down and tell Daddy?
That we're experiencing technical
Internet.
difficulties.
Yeah. Oh, no, we're back. Never mind. We're back to excellent. Cool. Could just be the YouTube business that's happening here lately. Okay, hey you. Back now. Sit back there.
Okay, I'm getting ready to retire one of my edge things here. Oh no. Oh no, 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 no. No, no, no.
Oh. Hey, you gotta be careful with that. New stencil, very sticky.
Yeah, and now I've got some paper globs on there, which we're going to hope that that's not going to affect the overall performance.
Okay, at the end, remind me. They want to see the fuzzy bits up close. I don't want P getting paint on my hat.
The what fuzzy bits?
Yeah,
Oh, the things on the hat.
it feels really neat.
I
wore it all day
I just
yesterday.
couldn't go.
I trimmed my bangs too, just so I could do my hair just like this.
I don't know how in the world you managed to do that.
Yeah.
Because I could make one or two of those and then I would be like, okay.
I'm done.
I'm done with that.
It would just be like 3 little spurts.
That's really nice. Okay, I'm twisting my paper so that I can get more of those.
Sometimes, Darcy. Really the only thing that has ever actually eaten into like the streaming, the buffering, is us uploading a bunch of stuff while streaming. Because one nice thing is that our stream up here, we are directly, we're on the LAN, like we're connected in. And not through Wi-Fi, because that would be...
Now see how cool that's starting to look? Got some more stuff down here on the edge that I need to get off.
Yeah. But the only time, yeah, that we really was, it was like, oh, that's definitely causing a problem, was when we were trying to upload some stuff into, I think, Dropbox. And it was a bunch of stuff. And that was eating up the bandwidth.
Now the
Ooh.
other, doesn't that look cool?
Very cool.
And see, that's when you switch it, or flip it, or you know, turn it,
Flip it, reverse it.
flip it,
Oh,
and
no.
reverse it. Well, yeah, reverse it. You need to be careful. But now I want to show you this. See this right here? That's where it pulled off the paper.
Oh. That's going to be a little gift that keeps on giving.
Right here.
Yeah.
See that?
Paper removal.
Mm-hmm. And it happens because you were lax on your but it's just quite easily rectified, and you don't even have to take it to the, oh, I don't want that.
I don't know where the oh, there it is.
Just give it a bit of a spray and a rub.
Spray and a rub.
Spray and a rub.
Sometimes you have to pay for that.
Not in my world.
Bye, Julie.
But she's leaving. Oh yeah, she's probably got to go to bed. Right?
Well, not. I
Or
mean,
she
I don't know.
just
If
getting
she's
up?
just getting up. I mean, it's very early, like 4 in the morning, I think, something like that.
She's like, okay, well, this is not titillating my fancy enough that I can
And then
stay
she's
awake.
gonna go put something warmer on.
Okay, I think we're cleaned up to the point that, you know, this is gonna.
Mm-hmm.
But it really, your plate can be a good thing to hold it if you want to do a bit of, you know.
That's very weird, Terry. I don't know what's up with that. Although what you may want to do is make sure that those of you that are coming in do say hello in the chat, and you know we'll say hello back. But make sure that you have gone over to the little gear that's on the main screen there, down towards the bottom. Click the little gear thing, and you want quality. Set it to at least at the least 720. If you want to go higher, that's great. If you have the bandwidth and whatnot for it. Oh,
Yeah,
she's back. She
you-
wasn't leaving. She
What?
just had to put something on warmer.
Oh,
We thought you left, Julie.
yeah, I thought she was looking for a warmer subject matter. Sometimes I have that.
Oh, I know you do. Bye, Sharon. Have fun.
Okay. Now, we're going to go ahead and we're going to bring in this one, the big one, or the big blocker. I'm going to start with that.
Maybe that's what we should have named him instead of Style 1, Style 4. This is the big blocker. The medium blocker. It's a fine liner.
Yeah.
Well,
Okay.
there would have been a fine liner 1 and 2.
I've got to keep them all separate here so I can grab them in a moment's notice.
Hi, Ellen.
Okay. So, let's start off with something very bright. Dark. 'Cause I want to do a dark. I'm talking about value, not necessarily chroma.
Y'all understand that? The itty bitty blocker.
Okay, and we do. I do want to
Hey,
do.
Don.
What is it? We teal and purple today too.
Oh, yes. Well, you're going to read about, or if you want to do teal and purple, yes. You
Well,
could actually do the color challenge, and then at the end, we're going to talk about from the book.
Right.
A little read about, not talk about. Yeah.
Well, and I think this is a very sort of cranberry Christmassy. Yada yada boo boo. Gosh, I'm having trouble figuring out which side goes down.
Oh, no worries, Carrie. Get some rest.
Okay, we're going to bring in this one. So this is probably going to create some high contrast here, but at this point, we don't really care about that because we're just getting down some basic layers. But what I'm going to do in order to make this a little bit more solid is I'm going to pull it up after I do this and put it back down on the same stencil.
Bye, Susan. No worries. Those of you that are coming and going and doing all that business, if you do come back and watch the replay, be sure to leave us a comment. Let us know that you came back and watched the replay. Thoughts, comments of any sort. Usually keep them friendly. That would be, that's nice.
I rotated it and I didn't care about where I put it down, so that I'm not worried about lining anything up here. In fact, I want it to be unlined up.
Unlined up. Y'all understand that?
I'm lined up.
It's not
Because
in the chat.
we're oh, look at that.
These are super cool.
Isn't that
I was not as like
Look
when
at, this is so funny. There's some gold from God only knows when.
it's coming off.
Finally decided to release.
When Brad showed me these, I was like, oh, okay, yeah, you know, I mean. But sometimes the stencils that look the simplest, she definitely gets the most entertainment out of.
I do, and I'm going to give this a quick.
Y'all
look.
remember bricks? There's lots of bricks. We love bricks.
Look at
but
that.
there was a
Look
lot
how
of them.
cool that is. Okay, I'm putting that aside because that's really that's going to be a good one. All right, so we've got this one. This is this one. Now we're going to go to the next one up, which has. Yeah, maybe I'll just go with this. It really doesn't matter which one of those. Okay, so we've got red down here, and I'm not going to worry about that. I'm just going to go ahead and put some stuff down here, and because we're going to go over the top of this one. Because we've still,
Hi, Anthony.
you know,
Thanks for hanging.
I
Ooh.
like it, but I want it to, I want it to sort of disappear more.
That's right, Darcy.
What?
Maybe that's why I was like, okay, yeah, those are nice. She says these are the cylindrical bricks.
Cylindrical.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Manhole covers.
Manhole covers.
We're just going to continue on with this.
Christy Hartman says, yeah, she's been using Rhonda's brick stencil. It's fabulous. Hey, and you know what? I was just thinking that, because you know how we ended up doing a wide brick. What's nice about the circular one is that we didn't have to make like an extra stencil in a wide format. You know, when these are more patterned like they are versus like a set kind of, you know, positioning, then they work for journal pages either way.
Yes. You don't have a directional directional component.
Yeah.
Sometimes that's a good thing.
Yeah, for various reasons. Mainly the spatially challenged. Those are called hickeys. Lee.
Yeah, we like them.
I will say this though, any of y'all that are watching or interested in particular stencils, if there is a design, oh my god, that's so pretty, that you want in a wide format, do let us know. Like, we really have no problem putting that in the shop, but we don't always know which ones would make sense. I know Carrie had made a request that, hey, just keep an eye out for that for certain ones. But if you come across one, especially older stencils, if it's something you want in a different configuration, we can do that.
Special orders don't upset us.
Well, if it's something that we already have and we can add it in our regular inventory, that's not as big of a deal as...
Now, look at that. Second pull on the same...
Yeah.
And then we're going to take this. We know we still got some stuff here.
Yeah, Brad, he's very good at these layered-y. I was just happy to see it had, like, clean lines and not...
Well, and I think it's also because we have a conversation. Brad, he doesn't always do what I want right away, but we have conversations, and it indicates to me that later on that he was listening, because this is what we talked about. That, you know, and it's tricky. It's not just something that just, you know, oh, well, here, let me sit down and pop some stuff on the screen. This takes a lot of thought.
Yeah,
and it takes a lot of maneuvering.
He spent a good, a day and a half, maybe.
Oh, check this out. Y'all are just going to piss yourself.
I think you need to leave that one alone. Just leave it alone, lady. It's good.
Isn't that wonderful? Okay, but now look, we have taken it down to where it's
Purely
low contrast. It's a design, but it's not screaming at you.
It's textural.
It's textural in nature. And I think that that is what is really
Mm-hmm.
wonderful about these. Okay, I think these are all excellent. And I'm going to take this. We'll just let that dry because we can get that off. We'll have to do a long pull, but that'll be okay. Because I've got another.
Getting some wows and peas on fire and ooze and beautiful print. Oh, yeah. You be good. Lots of hearts. Lots of hearts. What is that?
Now, isn't this one? It's even though is a higher contrast than the other three, because the little pieces are smaller. They're not big, giant, standy outy things. I think it will still work.
Okay,
But I think this is lovely, lovely, lovely. And I don't think that anything. I don't know. I might do one
Hi,
more.
Rose.
One more layer with this over the top.
Hi, Marguerite. I don't know if I said hello already. And Margie. I think some of y'all are sneaking
Okay,
in.
I'm thinking I'm going to work on that one. But I think these three are dunsies. I think they're beautiful.
Yeah, I think you should leave the whole set alone. Because you could do some cool things with that. Because you might get into making something and then you're like, I need something that goes with it, but is more subdued.
Well, I'm going to take this one.
She's not
I'm going to go over this one because I want to cover up the holes.
Okay.
See the holes?
The hole. Oh, yeah, they kind of look like,
They
yeah,
look like holes.
the holes.
Now,
Orifices.
I've got, and see, I need to make sure that that's not lining up with that one. Yeah, okay. This needs to go down like, see that hole up there? That's the only one that really lines up unless I move it over.
Yeah, offset.
Okay, I can do that. Now, what color?
Purple.
Okay. I think we can do that. This purple.
Bye, Becky. I hope you're feeling better.
And we still have some stuff on here, but I'm
Hey,
just
Dawn.
going to ignore it, and I don't think, you know, if it comes off, okay, and if it doesn't, it's okay too.
So be it.
I don't have a druthers.
No druthers.
No druthers.
Maybe some others. Hey. Psst. Oh, hello, Elizabeth. Thank you.
Salt Lake City.
Well, Sherry, unfortunately, with the metallic, they are pretty darn tricky to get a photograph to then make digital. Not to say that I can't, but they're probably either just gonna, I would tone them red, or they're gonna be kind of brown. You don't get that richness and depth that comes from the...
Now see, one more layer. Absolutely made that.
Yeah, because you kind of blocked out the little...
The holes.
The holes.
The holes. Okay, I'm going to use my paper here that I'm trying to get ready for another. And one of these days I'm gonna have enough papers to put all together to do my flower journal.
She said she found more stuff.
Yeah, I did. I found a whole slew of stuff that I didn't even know I had. I'll tell you what, this deli paper, you can rough it up.
Mm-hmm. Takes a licking and keeps on a...
Kicking. Yeah. Now see, that's starting to look really interesting. So now what I need to do...
Oh, Sherry wants to know what happened to your box drawer system that you were working on.
My what?
Your little box drawers.
They're still there, waiting patiently. They haven't gone anywhere. I think I know where they are. Yeah. Over yonder where my hats are. And then my son came along and I showed him that. Thought he would be ever so impressed. And he said, he looked around the room and said, well, where are you going to put it? I said, you know, actually, that is not a determining factor in anything I do.
It's home.
That works in, that comes about much later.
That's Mariah's job to figure out where to
Yeah.
work that in or get grumpy enough that we need to rework an area.
You know, since I got my backup quinacridone nickel azo goals, I've been, you notice I've been using them a little bit more freely.
Okay, one second here.
I mean, I don't think I could, you know, it wouldn't be a legitimate art book if I didn't have some quinacridone nickel azo down somewhere. Lovely burnished gold textury surface, and actually both sides of this are, you know, they kind of benefit from it because you can kind of see some of that coming through in places, especially when you hold it up to the light, if you can see that or not. Isn't that gorgeous? Ah, just love it, love it, love it, love it. Okay, now comes the, oh, and look at this wonderfulness we've got going on here. So nice, and when this happens and it's distributed like that, I just let those layers build up because that can come off and be something absolutely stunning at some point. All right, well, we've got a spider web on this one. I don't know if that's going to be an issue, but we won't. It might even be kind of cool. Now, we're going to start something the opposite. We're going to start with, like, purple. And remember, we're talking about doing purple and teal. Well, we're going to start with the purple. If I find my, where's my diary? This is about as dark as you can get. I don't know what's going to happen here with this gold spider web, but I think we're just going to have to deal with it. Because I really don't want to muck up that other nice stuff that I got going on over there. Oh, and I don't want to start with this one. Do I want to start with this one? Changed my mind. I'm going to go with the one that has a lot of blocked out spaces. And I think you'll be able to see what I'm talking about when I get it going here. And what we know ahead of time is that we've got the backups there. If we have, like, if the circles in one are too much, all we have to do is either grab another stencil or reverse it so that it's not lining up with the other holes. Right? Everybody got that? I'm getting a really nice paper over here. I don't know what's going on as far as that's concerned.
Okay, I'm back.
Well, we're trying to get into purple and teal here. Because I think that's a very festive color for...
Is the deli paper like baking paper, yes. But it comes in different kinds.
It's the kind that they line your basket with at the, you know, fish and chips place.
Oh, and Margie asked what size plates P is working today. So that particular one is the 12 by 12.
12 by 12.
Yes. Which is, I think, a Jelly Arts. No.
Gel
press.
Gel press.
The only one that's a Jelly Arts is the 9 by 12.
Right, because these people didn't make that.
Yeah. And I think the other plate you are using has been the 9 by 12. Is that correct?
That is correct.
So one way that you can kind of tell the plate size is by the stencil here. Those stencils, to the outer edge of them are 9 by 12.
Okay, I'm turning this. Putting it back down. And remember, what we're doing is we're trying to create something that has a bit of interest as far as, you know, textural background. We're not necessarily trying to get our, and we've also got this piece of gold.
Oh, and Mama J, that's right. Yes, so deli paper is thinner than like baking parchment. Yes.
Some of the gold web is coming up and some of it's not.
And there's that dip in your plate.
There's the dip in the plate. It doesn't necessarily show up so much, but isn't this interesting?
Ooh.
Some of the gold
Spider web.
spider web. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna.
Yeah, and the deli papers come in different wax. Like, you know, there's a wax to both sides. There's a wax to one side. There's heavy duty. There's all sorts. This particular one
I'm
is
just
the
pulling this off with a sticky note.
15-inch by 10 3/4 inch. And then it's wax deli paper. I don't know if it's waxed on both sides.
It isn't.
Just one side.
Just one side.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm loving this. I mean, I think this is bloody marvelous. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take,
Marta, is that Jelly Arts or is that gel press? Yeah, look at Eddie was asking too. Which brand?
that spider web came off so randomly that it really did not create, you know, a problem. Now we're just more or less filling in the holes. I'm not even going to use a stencil. I'm just going to put this down on the... So even if you just have one stencil that you want to use, you saw how I flipped it and what happened with it here. How it's going different ways.
Mm-hmm.
Now this is just a solid pickup.
Yeah, what's funny is, like, I don't know if gel press has a 9 by 12. We certainly haven't seen it, or haven't seen it in a long while. That's one of the reasons we got the Jelly Arts 9 by 12, because I'm like, well, I don't even see that gel press has one. But then...
They may have just been out.
But
You know, it's a
like,
popular, very popular size.
But I don't even think it's listed on their site.
Oh. Mariah ordered those, so I don't
Yeah.
know.
Something to kind of keep in mind is that the, oh, and then Kathy cut her 12 by 12 down to a 10 by 12.
Okay, I don't know if I love that. There's some mucky muck stuff going on here that I need to get off of the plate, which is mostly that.
Oh, and the roller thing, that's Josh he's cleaning mats. And or unless you're talking about her squeaky, all the rolls squeak.
Yeah, I don't know how to get around. I don't even notice it anymore.
No.
Okay, we want to pull this. And it's mostly going to be gold that's showing up. You don't see that on the other side. And we're going to have to let it dry. So we won't be able to use this plate any longer, but I think I can use the other one. So what color do we want here? Well, what I'm thinking, because we're doing Christmassy stuff, is we're going to go with Old Magenta.
There you go. I like that. That's festive.
Quinacridone magenta. You know. And I think it's gonna.
Yeah.
I think it's. And remember, this is a soaker. This is a good one to use if you've got a lot of stuff on there, a lot of paint, and you don't want to have to worry about it creating another layer of stuff that you've got to consider how you're going to get it off.
Oh yeah, and those of you that are Europe or use an A4 size paper, Gel Press does sell one now.
Don't be afraid to brayer it and get it down in there. You're forcing it every time you go over that. Isn't that lovely? I love magenta. I just think it's like a really awesome.
Hey, cat.
And we'll let this set a spell. I'm really kind of glad I didn't take this off.
Yeah.
You know, the spider web, because this is, I think it's going to look really cool. No, be kind of. Oh, look at that.
Ooh. Nothing says Christmas like spider webs.
Well, I know. By the time I get through cutting that up into little sizes, card size, it's just going to look like, you know, some kind of, well, interesting.
And remember, the spider webs were like
linear
like the bricks.
pattern.
So it's only right that they would be coming in with this mosaic business. Yes, Dawn.
Okay.
Actually, we have cut up one. In fact, we cut one up on stream. I cannot remember exactly when that was. If Mo's still out there, she's really good at finding those sort of things. Mo. And she can put it in the link to that down below. But yeah, we cut one up on stream. And then we even have, I think, on our guides, that I can find. Let me see if I can find that. And maybe I linked to that. Because remember, didn't we do a download? Or did we just post that in Makers?
I think we just posted Makers, Mariah.
Yeah, I don't know if it's a guide download thing. But let me look. How to cut your plate up.
I don't know. Maybe we talked about doing it. I don't recall.
think it's in Makers.
I just really don't. Sorry, I don't. But I don't. That was too long ago. That was ages ago. Eons.
Eons. Let's see here.
Oh, it's too bad.
I think this is a really beautiful turquoise. I like this turquoise.
Well, and I don't even know that I put it in there as a, let's see here. Yeah, oh, look at that. I mean, okay, that was August 7th. So, if you are in Makers, I'm going to pin this to the top. If I can get to it. Dadgummit. I tell you, Facebook, some days you just do weird things and I don't understand. No.
Oh my gosh, I was going to put that back down, but I'm not going to. Look at this. This is going to be so wonderful on a long...
You've got to watch Rhonda's video. She did some grungy awesomeness that I think you would be very... I mean, she put the time in for sure.
Okay, now here's what I'm thinking, because I've already got my turquoise down, right? If I pull this with my high flow, where the hell is it? Here it is.
No worries, Mo. I found it. No, yeah, and good call. Okay, hold on.
I think I can brayer this out to the point where it's going to be
Whoops. There we go.
transparent enough that stuff's going to show through. Anyway, I hope so. What I might do to the effect to really ensure that's going to happen is take a little bit of this stuff here.
Bye, Yanka. Sometimes I think, you know, the cutting up of the plate is more about or like just having access to space, like, and wanting multiple ones so that way you can do multiple things, like letting it dry so you can set it to the side. So Paula was saying she didn't really understand why we just put less paint in the area, but that's, yeah, I mean, if you're utilizing just one plate, sure, that, yeah, don't cut it up. But if you want to use multiple plates and have them working and drying, then that's why I think the multiple plate thing comes in most handy. Hey, Tutu. And welcome to those of you that have come in. Do say hello in the chat so we can say hello back. Give those thumbs up if you haven't already. And if you're watching on replay, be sure to comment below. Okay.
Well, this is a lot less transparent than I wanted it to be.
It's pretty, yeah, it's pretty. There you go. But careful. This is tricky business right here because if you start rolling, like brayering up too much, you're going to start pulling up the design.
Yeah. It can happen. And I've got it totally saturated brayer off here.
It's a very perfect piece of paper at this point. Hey, no.
Yes, this is tricky. All right.
No, Big Bertha is actually, I think, a hard rubber brayer.
It is.
But it doesn't seem to be an issue. It just skates across, probably more so, especially when it's clean. But she rarely, you know, she only cleans them so often. I think once they're kind of covered in paint, I'm not sure that there's much of a difference. Now, if you keep it clean, yes, there is. The softer rubber is softer and it's a little gooier and it's going to pick up the paint. But if you just build up the paint on your brayer,
Yeah.
I think it's kind of here and over there. Well, Paula, you're not seeing everything that's going on. But yes, she overall is being pretty good.
What?
You know. That was a good save. It was going to be really, really, really dark.
Well, it's going to be really, really dark. But I think what I can do next... I'm going to take a chance to do that. All right, this is where I wanted it to be. This down here, because I think that looks so cool.
Is that better?
What?
Oh, they were just saying that the sound was kind of weird, but yeah. Okay. I'm telling you, YouTube is just doing weird things.
Okay, I've got an idea. I mean, I totally screwed up my wonderful stuff I had on the plate here. Apologize for that ahead of time.
Well, we'll flog you later.
All right.
Mom, there's something on that.
You know, sometimes
On the leg.
you just can't have it all. And I'm going to remove this because at some point that's going to become a definite problem. It's the edge stuff. I don't mind the stuff so much out here, but when it builds up on the edge and you try to pick it up, it attaches to the edge of your paper, and that's when you have a tear. starts looking really clunky, probably that is a good time to be getting some of that off.
That's definitely the cleanest it's been in a while.
Like I said, it doesn't have to be microscopically clean, but just, you know, get the large chunky doos.
Get the large chunky doos, as she says.
Get the large chunky doos out of the way so they don't, you know, present a problemo. Okay, so we've got this. What I want to do, I can tell you before I do it. Okay, I've got to figure out which way my stencil's going here. I want to do it the opposite. Now, I also have a backup here that I can, you know, do a purple on this.
Yeah. Eddie says that the flogging will be postponed due to weather.
Yeah, okay. And I'll try not to roll in the dirt before that so that large clouds of dust permeate the atmosphere. Okay.
Just
so,
as it planned out.
what I'm thinking here is I'm thinking about putting this down, pulling in my opaque turquoise, shake that down to the bottom.
I have more of that if you need it.
I know, I just really,
You're getting the very last bit.
I am, but what I do when that happens, and I know probably, there's probably more here than is in one thing, but I do this with my lotion also.
I do it with certain makeup products.
Because
I'm getting it all out of there.
my ring's hung up on my scissor thing here. And these little spatula hoodie do things are really wonderful. Okay, you always, this is going to become my lid. Okay, so you clean the lid out, but you don't clean it out too good because you want a smidgen of paint in there to help seal the other.
It has purpose.
Isn't this disgusting that people have figured? I mean, I do not believe in wasting anything. I believe, you know, waste not, want not.
That's right.
And then all you do is you just kind of crink it a little bit and you shove that baby back down on there. Give it a bit of a rubby-dub-dub. And that part up there, hopefully, is going to seal. I do still have a little air gap there, and if I were going to leave this for a long period of time,
You can put tape around it.
put tape around it.
Yep, Sherry does that with makeup, lotion, and paint.
I do love Amsterdam paint. I really honestly do. Now I'm trying to really get down there so I have nice crisp circles. I mean circular, linear, circular hoop-de-doos. Okay.
Ooh, very pretty. Now, one of the things is, and if you want a clean, you know, transfer like this, or a clean stenciling each and every time, clean your stencil.
Yes.
Because after a while, if the paint builds up,
and you're not going to get that.
it's not that crisp, especially with these more thinly, you know, with the thin lines.
This was crap anyway.
Mo says she sees potential rainbows that the small queen could color on this stencil.
Ah.
Ooh.
Okay, we've got that, which I think that certainly improved that. What are you chuckling at?
Oh, just Eddie. Very nice. That's a lot of paint. It's beautiful.
Okay. But, oh, I think that looks wonderful. I love it. I love it. I love it. And I've got this one is just all this purple business going on there.
Now you've got 30 minutes. And remember, you still want to read the two.
I do, but
Color
it's going to
things.
take me 30 minutes.
Okay.
I want to talk about my batching.
Yes.
My batching system.
She has a system.
Well, I mean, you know,
It'll
could be
change next
improved
week.
upon.
It's a work in progress.
But, you know,
And the hat. Yes.
you just use what you've got.
That's lovely. I love that. That's cool. Even the line across the, the burr mark across the middle. It's
Well,
part of
remember
its charm.
This was my brayer off sheet.
Those are the best ones.
I swear to God. Throw away your prints and use your brayer offs. But now I think this one's quite nice.
Well, no,
too.
you need to do those prints to get the brayer offs.
Yeah.
You cannot have one without the other.
But look at that. Isn't that wonderful? Turquoise and purple, or teal and purple, whatever, you know. There's all kinds of things going on there. All right. Anything left on there that I might be able to put off here?
That thing. Is it going to take up anymore? Is the question of that one.
Yeah. Well, it did a little.
Paint to paint is hard to,
Paint is.
especially when it's pretty much dry. Well, you're going to sit there and do like line by line.
I'm just going to have to leave that for another. Leave it for another day. Clean off this little jobber.
It's funny.
What?
She says, CB, small queen approaching, lock down all the supplies, 1040 for comfy.
True words were never spoken. Okay. Got here. Oh, yeah, here's all magenta and gold.
That's Josh sneezing.
He has such cute little sneezes.
He does. I'm kind of worried that he's going to hurt something in his brain when he doesn't.
Holding back. I
Yeah.
don't hold back. I don't believe
No,
it.
you don't.
Let her rip.
I sort of do, but that's awesome.
Isn't it? What do you need, little sweetie? Oh, stapling. Good. Stapling is much better than taping. I have more staples than tape.
But don't go nutty with your stapling.
Okay. Now, what are we
doing? Where are we at?
Oh, I'm going to talk about batching, then I'm going to read some stuff.
And then here, show my hat. Hopefully I can get it back on. Like, you don't
Look at
understand.
this.
This took a
Look
bit
how
to
wonderful this is.
get it. See, look at this hair.
Look at these little fluffy bits. Now, I'm sure that there was probably some kind of a
System.
system here, but the yarn is awesome. She sent little pieces of yarn in case it needed to be fixed in the future. Mariah wears these things out. I mean, that one. I
It's
was
pretty
really
disgusting.
happy. It is totally disgusting. It needs a complete revamp.
It does.
Okay, look at that. Isn't that beautiful?
And it's like the proper amount of slouchy beanie slash like then holds onto my head so it doesn't, it's perfect.
And that she's a bit like Goldilocks on that one too. You know,
I am.
this is too hot, too cold,
Too small, too big,
too soft.
too itchy. Some of them are too itchy.
Yeah, there's that.
Aw, Paula says when we would get to see Josh again. Joshy, you want to come hang out for a minute?
You can count it as your work time.
What
So
do
he
you?
actually gets
He gets paid.
he gets paid. It's a job. Now look at that.
They
Isn't-
just want to see you.
look at that.
And I don't know what's up with the internet today.
They chanting, Josh, Josh.
No, they are not chanting, Josh, but they were just like. They did say bless you. That's some awesome.
Hi, Izzy. Was Izzy on the stream?
I don't know. Do we have the chair
Your
up here
hair
still?
looks so good. Look how
Uh,
cute he is.
can
You gotta wait.
Well,
for
yeah,
me,
that's on
remember?
delay.
I- oh, that's on delay.
Mm-hmm.
It's good to see you. Are you watching the stream now?
Huh?
I like
Oh.
your new shirt.
Thank you. Thank you. Here, you want to sit down here a minute and visit these people? I'll go find something. Oh, no, oh.
Good
God.
golly.
I try not to get up till the very end. Look,
Christy
look at that.
Hartman was chanting.
That's
Oh,
funny.
See, they heard you.
they heard me what?
They heard Izzy say, "Are they chanting?"
What are y'all working on?
Gigi needed a little break.
Do you need a break?
Well, I have this thing that goes from my neck down to my back, and my shoulders involved.
Mhm.
So,
Oh, see, they're all excited to see you, Josh. Look at
Oh,
the chat.
hello.
and he's got a good hair day here.
Well, he got
Did
it
you
cut
get
the
your
other
hair
day.
cut?
I got it cut about
Last
last
week.
week.
Yeah.
As I was going to say, the last time you were here is when Elizabeth was braiding Izzy's hair, and she gave Josh a little braid. Did you like that one?
I like that one.
Did you pull that one out because you liked it the best?
I want to put it there. This one's nice too. They kind of look like stained glass.
Oh, they do when you, yeah, well, now that she's got them layered up like she does.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're all going to become sort of Christmas cards. Yeah, you see that sticker?
Yeah. She showed
Do you
me
have
the
one of
stickers.
those?
I don't have one of the new stickers. The old one,
Do
though.
you want one?
Mhm.
He wants one.
Yeah. Do
Why?
they like the new stuff?
Need to hook him up.
Well, are you going to put it on your phone? Are you going to represent?
I might put it on
What are you going to put it on?
something.
I told Izzy she couldn't have one because she just sticks them to crazy things.
Yeah.
You have to have, like, I want to know where it's going.
I'm gonna hold on to it till I find the perfect place.
I'll hold on to it until you find your perfect place.
I like this one too. This one's like the opposite of that.
Well, they were pulled
Look at
Yeah.
him, knowing
at
things.
the same time there.
Uh-huh.
Oh.
They want to know how school's going, Josh.
School's going great.
Do you have a girlfriend?
No.
No. He's not interested in that. Most of the girls
I'm
around
getting my
here
car
are.
though. I'm getting a car.
For real? Like,
Yeah, I'm getting my license in 19 days. And then
do you have a calendar countdown?
no, I just know I've on my phone.
He's digital.
Yeah, and then I'm gonna get the old Volvo.
Oh, here, I'll tell you what, you can put the PMR Studio sticker on your car bumper.
On my bumper. Bumper tattoos.
And
are-
your back
Bumper
window.
tattoos are tacky. Oh my goodness.
Oh gosh. This
How
looks
about
like
up in the
a-
window?
in the window. What we need is y'all need to get like the face, like the one that's y'all's logo, and
See, Brad
turn that into like a back thing one. Put it
keeps
on.
saying that he wants our faces on a t-shirt. I'm like, we aren't there yet. I don't know. I don't want that.
I have a funny story. So I was talking with my friend, and he follows y'all, and so he saw that y'all were live streaming, and he thought I was on there. But then he was like, because you know, on y'all's like thing, it has like the digitalized thing whenever y'all got like the
Yeah.
makeup and stuff.
Mhm.
So he thought y'all were doing that, and he was wanting to see if I had that. So we joined and saw. He's like, "Where did that happen to the makeup?" And he said he kept going back and streaming. I was
No,
like,
well, you need to tell him that there are actually videos for that.
I know. I told
It was
him
the
he needs to
Doodle
go
Bomb.
back. Yeah,
Yeah.
the Doodle Bomb. Yeah, but he thought y'all were.
That's funny. No, that's not like real. I could never do that detailed.
Oh, it'd take hours.
That would take a long, long
A
time.
nerd.
I don't know that I have a steady enough hand to
Oh,
do that.
Paula says, "Oh, if you get a card, the girls will be queuing up."
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Josh needs a Nert vanity plate.
Yes, I saw that. Hello, Eddie. And Darcy. Yeah, bumper tattoos. Yeah, they're kind of like tramp stamps. Not very- That's what I was gonna say, but. Not nasty.
Yeah, that's okay.
This one.
That's so funny.
No, somebody asked. Oh, I'm gonna get my dad's old Volvo. The red one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's cool.
I've been driving my mom's
That's a
car.
pretty
I
fancy-
drove here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Proud of you.
Thank you.
Do you really have your license?
No,
No, I'm
19.
getting it. I'm getting it.
19
Are you supposed to be
days.
driving alone?
I can drive with my. No, I drove with my mom.
He has
okay.
his permit. Yeah.
So I can drive with the licensed driver.
Ah,
But then-
Okay.
But yeah, my dad's car is the one that I'm gonna get my insurance on, so I can drive that alone.
That's probably a good car to have insurance, like, because it's not.
It's not, yeah.
Crazy,
It would be
like-
expensive if I did like a newer car.
Yeah.
And I think my dad wants to get a new truck, or not a new truck, but like a truck.
A truck. Well, I guess that makes sense for him to just toss things in the back.
That's
and-
what I said.
yeah.
Cause
And then
why
if you
not?
have the Volvo, then they can still use the Volvo.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, but then he also wants. Yeah, he wants me to be like driving Miss Daisy.
That's what happens when you're 16, and or ish.
yeah, you take your brother places and you need
Yeah.
to go.
You're-
Yeah, he's already like, Josh, you need to get your license.
Oh.
And then Caleb's getting his in December.
Oh, there's a competition here.
Yeah, I was like, I can't let my younger cousin get his license
That's
before me.
that's a little embarrassing.
Especially with my brother saying that he's gonna get.
Indeed.
Yeah. I think my parents were trying to light a fire in me to get it because they kept saying that.
Lynn wants to know if you were going to soup up the Volvo.
I don't know. Maybe.
Like
or
what?
should I?
Are you going to get a furry steering wheel cover?
Like a little
Hairy one.
Oh,
Yeah.
for Christmas we'll get you some things.
Oh, well,
to like-
we can
I
get...
got fuzzy dice to
Oh,
put,
gosh,
but
yes.
Bentley got in my room and ate it and tore it in half.
Bad dog. What color were they?
Black.
Okay. Those are the-
Do I need?
are there other colors?
we
I don't
could-
know.
we could hook
We were
you
going to
up
get
with
you
some-
some pink ones.
Oh,
black doodle balls to go across the top of the
Yeah.
windshield.
maybe.
And then you can just play the Mexican hat dance as you pull up into the parking lot. Here's a funny little story. So Izzy, this last week, right? Is that when
Yeah,
you
my car.
learned the hat dance song at school? And she's like, so she's trying to get Siri, because she couldn't remember the name of the song. But she knew that she hummed the tune. Finally, we got it because she got me to sing it, and I was able to pull it up with the Shazam. But I Shazammed that by saying da 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 da, because I was like, I know that, but I don't. It's the Mexican hat dance. There you go.
Oh, Sierra Club. We're learning about that in environmental science, or we did.
Nice.
I like Sierra Club because most of the money, like 85.6% of the money goes to actual, helping animals and then that sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
That's the preserving the forests in California, right?
Well, it's not just California, but they lobby.
Okay.
They lobby they lobby nationally. I don't know if it's internationally, but they lobby nationally. And
Oh, a Chevy Impala would be nice.
Mm.
Yeah, that's definitely a dream with the hydraulics.
Well, see, now it's a cool car. I'm sure, like, when Lynn was driving it, probably wasn't, like, that cool. But maybe it
That's
was.
like-
that was a car that your dad used to have, Mariah.
Chevy Impala?
His dad had one.
Oh, yeah.
Because I mean, when they first came out, they're kind of cool.
Izzy, are you feeling better?
She is.
A little bit. Okay, well, we need to get to your batching.
Oh yeah, I need to batch and I need to read.
Yes.
Hey, did you read that article that I gave you about
Which one? I read the last
the
articles
Atlantic
you gave
Monthly?
me.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Move along here.
Bye, guys.
Honey
Thank
bunny.
you.
Love
Did
you.
Did you get a good little? Did they talk? Did they compliment
I
your
swear,
bracelets?
he's grown like
Oh,
a
they
little
always
foot.
do. Yeah.
Since
I
last
don't know,
week.
they didn't today.
Did
Did y'all notice
Ooh.
my bracelets today?
Yes, that was pointed out, and that it seemed to be driving your color choices somewhat.
Absolutely, and since you've made me aware of that, I'm more cognizant of what colors I put on because, with this black and this color wheel thing, I can put any, I mean, I can use any kind of colors.
Yeah.
All right. So we know that these are going to be cut, and I have to tell you this because I think it's pretty funny. Well, I don't know. It's not like, hysterical funny. It's like an interesting way of doing
little
something.
chuckle.
All right. So, you know how I am adverse to math. And I wanted this in thirds.
Uh-huh.
And these people that think that you have to measure everything.
No, those people.
There are those people, and I admire them. I think they're wonderful. But you don't have to.
There's more than one way to come at
There's
it.
more than one way to do it. And this is how I do it. It's not exact, but we don't really need it to be exact. Look at that. Thirds.
Thirds.
Boom.
Boom.
Hey, you. All you have to do is ask. I don't like you back there. 'Cause
I know. It
you're
makes
knocking
me.
stuff
She
off.
does the same thing to me. I always feel like I'm gonna squish her.
Yeah, or something. Okay, here's my batchy box. God dang. Stencils are barbed wires attacking me and
Yeah.
okay, I have the bird in here to remind me that do I have this in a stencil? I do, don't I?
Uh-huh.
Well,
Milagro
I couldn't
set.
find it.
Milagro set.
Well, I finally did find the rest of them that I haven't used, which I'm going to use. Okay, so they're on this side.
Oh, so they've been assimilated. No, oh, well, so, no, those are the Christmas ones. That's Milagro.
Okay, but they come in the stencil form.
They are ATC, yes.
Okay, so I've got those somewhere. I just don't know where they are.
Yeah.
All right, so here's a little piece of paper that I've already cut up that are ready to receive either stamping or they need another layer or whatever, you know, here. And I've got these that I did the other day because I'm going to go ahead and use those. I'm just going to,
Hey, Lara. Lara.
put enough on. And here are some. Did I show these?
Some of them.
Okay. Well, anyway, these are the ones that need some work. And I've got my...
I want y'all to know the size of this box and how things are right now. By the end of this project, it's just, it may even get upgraded into a different box.
Oh, I've got lots
That's
of
how
room.
she, you know.
I've got lots of room here. Okay, and these are the ones that are, you know, almost done. Like, I'm feeling like I need to do a transparent color here to make this side kind of show up a little bit more. And I might just use it over the whole thing so that it doesn't, you know, seem so whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah. But I know that these are done. They just need to be cut down. These are all done and ready to go. And then little pieces and bits of paper that I might use, like my wings, which I cut out, and I'm going to use those somewhere hell in high water because I'm...
She cut them out.
Yeah. And, you know, Mariah gave me the paper, but see, I'm going to show you. But I've got an idea. Is it okay if I just talk?
Is this batching? Or
Yeah.
where are we at with... Okay.
This is batching. But remember you gave me some paper that you said, you know, was close.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ish.
Ish. It's kind of a slightly green.
Yes. It has a green tone
It
to it.
has a green tone to it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my large plate and I'm going to do a layer of either quinacridone nickel azo gold or transparent yellow iron oxide, one of these on here to knock back the greenish hue of this because I want it more in the range of the warm color of the envelope here. Okay? And remember, these are the little tags. But that's what that's the batching. That's the batching business. Not over there. There's my book. There's the book. All right, now here's the other thing. You can just thumb through this. I should give my hair. I think all the paint that I've got on is dry though, because I haven't done anything. All right, so you can go back here to your index, and we can look up. See if we can find teal here. Taupe.
Maybe blue-green.
Okay, they do not recognize teal.
Well, flip through the ends there and see if you kind of what we call teal.
Well, I was looking
Or turquoise.
I was looking for at least turquoise. I don't even have turquoise.
I would say blue-green or green-blue.
a Kelly green.
Or I'm trying to think. Maybe it wouldn't be like a phthalo. I think it's cool that it has the little color things dots
and
out
here,
beside it.
Let's try cyan. Because I just noticed that back there. All right, here. So we have cerulean, which that is more of a CE blue, Egyptian blue. That could be a good one.
Maybe.
Electric emerald, charcoal.
I really want to take that away from you and just flip through it and get her done. There you go. That makes me happy. Coming up on and a little too bluish. You get hit in between the blues and the greens. Somewhere in there. Those were kind of it, but very dark.
Electric. Cerulean. Hey, that's it. They don't.
All right, so go back to those darker blues. So right in there, which is like what, a Prussian or an aquamarine?
Indigo, I'm thinking. Yeah, indigo.
Keep heading. Right, okay, what's this next page?
That was cobalt. Ultramarine.
Ultramarine. All right, so the thing about like
Blue. Okay, here we go. So these are the blues that you can choose from. The reason I think they don't have anything in here like the teal or the turquoise or whatever is because those are not true hues. Those are
intermediate, the tertiary,
yeah, they've got either white or black added to them. These
or actually even beyond.
Even beyond.
Because that's why it's really hard, I think, even for all of us, whenever we talk about teal. Well, what does it mean to you?
It is, and it's not the same. And that's why I think when you name colors like that, it's just okay. And here's Prussian. We know we
See,
love
and the
Prussian.
thing, like you could even get there sort of with the Prussian if you added a little lime to it, because you need a little more yellow, and it's got green. But then you probably need to add some white to it because that's very dark.
True. Or add another, just a filler, a clear, so that you could dilute the
Oh, thank you, Mo.
intensity. All right. Well, I say we just start off reading blue here.
Okay.
Okay. Let me get another little drink of.
You can be able to, yeah. Now the other question, is there purple in there? There's purple.
Oh, I read. Yeah.
Because we did purple.
Well, I told you about purple.
Okay.
Yeah. See?
Okay. Go on with your blue.
Okay. The purples, I read about the purples. The purples are cool. Okay, during the 1920s, the Catalan artist Juan Miró produced a group of paintings that were radically different from anything he had done before. One of his, okay, and here's the French, Peinture Posée, a large canvas created in 1925, remains almost completely blank. In the top left-hand corner, the word photo is rendered in elegant swirling calligraphy. Over on the right, there is a popcorn-shaped daub of forget-me-not colored paint, and underneath the words in neat, unassuming letters. Okay, this is the color of my dreams. I'm not trying to pronounce the French. Yes, I'm reading. Sorry. Just 2 years previously, Clyde Keeler, an American geneticist studying the eyes of blind mice, had made discoveries that indicated Miró might be onto something. Inexplicably, although the mice completely lacked the photoceptors that enable mammals to perceive light, their pupils still contracted in response to it. It would be 3/4 of a century before the link was definitively proven. Everyone, even the non-sighted, possess a special receptor that senses blue light. This is crucial because it is our response to this portion of the spectrum. This is crucial because it is our response to this portion of the spectrum, naturally present in the highest concentration in early daylight, which sets our circadian rhythm, the inner clock that helps us sleep at night and remain alert during the day. One problem is our modern world, filled as it is with spotlit rooms and backlit smartphones, overload us with blue light at odd hours of the day, which has a negative effect on our sleep patterns. In 2015, American adults reported getting an average of 6.9 hours of sleep on a work night. 150 years ago, it was between 8 and 9 hours. Westerners have a history of undervaluing all things blue. During the Paleolithic and Neolithic periods, reds, blacks, and browns reigned supreme. The ancient Greeks and Romans admired the simple triumvirate of black, white, and red. For the Romans in particular, blue was associated with barbarism. Writers from the period mentioned that Celtic soldiers dyed their bodies blue, and Pliny accused women of doing the same before participating in orgies. Ooh. In Rome, wearing blue was associated with mourning and misfortune. Exceptions to this ancient aversion to blue are more common outside of Europe. The ancient Egyptians, for example, were evidently very fond of it. Okay, that's page 196. Remember that. It was largely absent, too, from early Christian writings. In a 19th century survey of color terms used by Christian authors before the 13th century reveals that blue was the least used, at a mere 1% of the total. It was during the 12th century that a sea change occurred. Abbot Suger, a prominent figure in the French court and an early champion of Gothic architecture, fervently believed colors, particularly blues, to be divine. He oversaw the reconstruction of Saint-Denis Abbey in Paris in the 1130s and 40s. It was here that craftsmen perfected the technique of coloring glass with cobalt to create the famous ink blue windows that they took with them to the cathedrals at Chartres and Le Mans. At around the same time, the Virgin was increasingly depicted wearing bright blue robes. Previously, she had been usually shown in dark colors that conveyed her mourning for the death of her son. As the status of Mary and Marian-centered devotion waxed in the Middle Ages, so too the fortunes of her adopted color. From the Middle Ages, the pigment was most commonly
You got water?
I just need some whiskey to cut that stuff in the back of my throat. From the Middle Ages, the pigment was most commonly associated. The pigment most commonly associated with Mary was the precious pigment ultramarine, page 182, which remained the most coveted, bar none, for centuries. This was not only the substance to have huge impact on the history of blue. However, indigo, page 189, was also decisive. Although the first is a pigment made from a stone, and the second a dye wrung from fermented plant leaves, they share far more than you might imagine. Both required care, patience, and even reverence for their extraction and creation. While colormen and painters were laboriously grinding and kneading the one, dyers would be stripped to the waist, beating air into nauseating vats of the other. I'm guessing it smelled very bad. The pigment's expense...
This doesn't sound like a fun place to be.
Yeah, no kidding. This is the job that I want. The pigment's expense helped stoke desire and demand in a dizzying cycle that ended only with the creation of synthetic alternatives in the 19th century, the anilines. Although traditionally the color of sadness, many cultures, including the ancient Egyptians, Hindus, and the North African Tuareg tribe, have included a special place for blue and blue things in their lives. A large number of businesses and organizations use a dark shade for its anonymous trustworthiness in their logos and uniforms, perhaps little considering that its history of brisk respectability began with the armed forces, particularly the navies, hence navy blue, who needed to dye their clothes with a color that would best resist the action of sun and sea. At the end of the 12th century, the French royal family adopted a new coat of arms, a gold fleur-de-lis on an azure background, as a tribute to the Virgin, and Europe's nobility fell gauntlet over greaves in their rush to follow suit. In 1200, only 5% of European coats of arms contained azure. By 1250, this had risen to 15%. In 1300, 1/4, and by 1400, it was just under 1/3. A recent survey conducted across the 10 different countries of 4 continents found that blue was people's favorite color by a considerable margin. Similar surveys conducted since the First World War returned similar results. It seems blue, once considered the color of degenerates and barbarians, has conquered the world.
Lovely. And let's leave it there because we're at time. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with us on a Sunday. We very much appreciate it. We will be back here tomorrow for a bit of Mariah Makes with Mariah. It's Monday.
Yeah, we might read about purple.
Yeah, we'll do purple maybe tomorrow. All right, cool. Thank you so much. And do leave those comments, come back, like, do all that stuff if you haven't given those thumbsy upsies.
Yeah, some of you haven't thumbed these up.
We'll see you then. Bye.
Bye.